Little quick battle replay here from Butterlancer versus Warza, Chaos Dwarves versus Empire. Quickly becoming one of my favorite Chaos Dwarf matchups, not because it's good for the Chaos Dwarves, because it is doable by both sides. Makes it fun to play and watch. And a rare Chaos Dwarf heavy build. Don't often see a lot of Chaos Dwarf infantry units. It looks like we have about 5 of them across the front line. An extra one, so a 6th with just great weapons, a single Infernal Guard, and then another Infernal Guard, this one with Fire Glaives, so it's not like the melee variant. 3 Hobgoblin Wolf Riders with spears, 2 Goblin Laborers, a Sorcerer Prophet of Metal on foot with Final Transmutation and Plague of Rust. And then we have 2 Deathstreaker rocket launchers. On the other side, for the Empire, we have a single Great Cannon, which is already down a model because of the Deathstreakers firing at it. Balthazar Gelt up in the sky. Final Transmutation, Searing Doom, Plague of Rust. 1 Demigryph Knight with Halberds, a second one in the trees. A single Outrider with Grenade Launcher also in the trees. Front line of Flagellants, Halberds, and Swordsmen. And Gotrek Gurnison on foot without Felix. No healing for him, just butt-naked Gotrek getting in there. Deathstreakers are taking out the great cannon in the distance. Down to 1 model out of 4 already. And those grenade launchers have done really good work versus the Chaos Dwarf Warriors, but a countercharge from sneaky Demigryph Knights will push off the Hobgoblins that were trying to chase down those skirmishers. And it should secure the Chaos Dwarf Infantry for now. Even though they're going to die to the Demigryphs, it still is just annoying the Outriders. Gotrek is beelining it straight for the Sorcerer Prophet, but then Infernal Guard have something to say about it. He already loses about 1/5 of his HP. And the Grand Cannons have lost all of their models. They now just have a crew, but no guns. The Deathstreakers do need to retarget soon, and I hope that they do. The Hobgoblin Suicide Charge took out about 2/3 of the HP of the Outrider Grenade Launchers, so far so good for the Chaos Dwarves. Now Chaos Dwarf Warriors are surrounding Gotrek. I'm sure he's very happy to be fighting Chaos Dwarves. What are they, Dow? Yeah, they're the Dowizar. He's plenty happy to be doing that. Final Transmutation from Gelt, just harassing the Source Prophet of Metal, and wow. The Deathstreaker rocket launchers firing at this close a range still have good enough homing to hit him, and the Infernal Guard Fire Glaives tee off onto him, so Gelt took a good amount of damage there. For Butterlancer, he will be wanting these Hobgoblin Wolf Riders in the back to get more active in the fight, and some of these Chaos Dwarf Warriors have to get pulled up. So a little bit of a whoopsie there, but an overcasted Final Transmutation onto Gotrek, really trying to whittle him down, and that Deathstreaker rocket launcher went a little crazy. So far, things are looking good for the Chaos Dwarfs. Like I said, they could pull up some of these infantry and be a little more helpful, or their Hobgoblins could get more active, but they're winning for now. Empire's Outriders with grenade launchers all coming back. Gelt trying to dodge the Deathstreaker rocket launchers, but it is hard, man. They have some insane homing. What are these guys firing at? Oh, the Demigryph Knights. Demigryph Knights getting poked just a little bit by those Infernal Guard. Gotrek still stuck fighting Chaos Dwarf Warriors, which is not great for him. Thematically, it's great for him, but not actually. Ooh, and Gelt dives into Infernal Guard Fire Glaives in melee. He's trying to stop them from shooting anything, but they're also a Halberd unit. They are going to massacre him if he's not careful. Now that he's getting surrounded, he's taking a lot of damage. Yeah, he's evaporating. But the Demigryph Knights with Halberds, a lot of the bounce power for the Chaos Dwarves is in these 2 healthy Deathstreaker rocket launchers with a ton of ammunition. If they can get taken out, that would really help the Empire's chances. These Infernal Guard also need to get active now they get orders. Gotrek, I saw him pop a little bit of his healing over there, but Gelt has to just dip out of fighting these Fire Glaives, and that leaves them very susceptible to just getting massacred by the Infernal Guard. Already lost 1/3 of their HP. Something's getting cast right here, right now. What is it? Transmutation of Lead from Gelt. Trying to lower these Infernal Guard melee attack down. It's already not great because they're a hybrid unit. 1 Deathstreaker rocket launcher is offline, so is the second. Both currently routing instead of doing their jobs. Gotrek still fighting all his Chaos Dwarf Warriors. His heal cap is within sight. We'll see if he survives to tell another tale. Down to 200 HP, 170. He is still falling. Pops all of his buffs, Rune Axe of Gotrek, Foe Seeker, Gotrek's Doom, and Deadly Onslaughts. He's just trying to stay alive. Meanwhile, on the high ground, didn't notice this. Outriders grenade launchers firing down into the areas. They've just been casually up there doing good work this whole time. Now they're Searing Doom onto the Infernal Guard, doing a lot of damage to them in a Transmutation of Lead. Still proccing on this whole area. Gotrek's down to sub 100 HP, down to 25. And he will be dead soon, probably. Because his heal would have popped by now if he was going to get it again. There he goes. Gotrek is dead, so at least that's one less threat to the actual Sorcerer Prophet of Metal. I'm guessing there aren't any Wolf Riders left around. Oh, there's some sneaking through the trees to try and suicide dive onto those Outriders. Now remember, that Great Cannon is just a crew, so they don't really matter. Looking around, we have some healthy halberds for the Empire. A lot of their flagellants have seen better days. Their Demigryph Knights are both below half HP, but this late in the game, they're pretty spooky to deal with, all things considered. Oof. But a tragedy for the Empire. Nothing was allocated to chase off the Deathstreaker rocket launcher, so now it is back, and it is back to trying to snipe out Gelt. If it can hit one time paired with the final transmutation from the Sorcerer Prophet of Metal, I think even Undercast would kill Gelt, because he only has 1,000 HP on his Pegasus. There's 600 of it gone. Actually, yeah, if just another homing rocket can hit him, and he's been trying to dodge all game, so I feel like it is going to hit him. If another homing rocket can hit him, that is the Empire's Lord and Caster gone. Outriders grenade launcher's trying to chase off the Deathstreaker rocket launcher. As Gelt throws out maybe his last spell. Coming from the sun is a rocket. Can he dodge it? He's trying his very best. And it nicks him, but it doesn't do the full damage, so he is fine for now. He is just going to rout. Outrider's still firing at the Deathstreaker rocket launcher on its way to safety. Infernal Guard Fireglave's up on the hill, back alive. And Castor Warriors with great weapons rejoining the battle. Try and save their lord. Looking around for Gelt. There he is. He is sniped. Gelt is dead. The Empire leadership will take a hit, but these Demigryph Knights are very, very spooky. Flagellants have no leadership issues whatsoever. We still have an Infernal Guard. Big final transmutation out from the Dwarf Lord. It's going to hit a lot of units. Does really good damage, even though it's mostly better against single entities and things like that. I mean, at this point, it was a pretty good cast. Maybe the only better cast could have been under the Demigryph Knights. His Infernal Guard are firing on their way in. Go, Demigryphs, go. Getting poked a little bit, but they will complete their charge onto the Infernal Guard. Taking pretty big damage. Getting done what they needed to. Now Outriders Grenade Launcher's just going to fire at the Infernal Guard, probably for the rest of the game. They won't get great damage on the Infernal Guard due to all their armor, but they get enough. Plague of Rust Overcast brings the Demigryph Knights down to 65 armor, allowing these halberds to tear through them even faster. I mean, they have good armor piercing, so it's not like they needed it, but still, it is nice. Those Outriders just being a pain in the ass for the Chaos Dwarfs, though. Demigryph surrounded, getting beat up, armor reduced, not having a good time. Trying to pull away for it now as the Infernal Guard continue to fire. And ow. Ow, 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 those grenades. One Demigryph is routing. Looks like second to last of our flagellant friends is fighting with all these Chaos Dwarf Warriors, Infernal Guard, and all this crap. Those Outriders are still firing, though. It looks like the Infernal Guard are trying to fire back. They realize they can't catch them in melee or anything like that, but they just need to shut those guys down and stop them from killing off the last of the Chaos Dwarf elite infantry. More Chaos Dwarves rallying in the woods, going to try and come back. I'm going to fast forward for just a hot second here. The Infernal Guard will finish off the last of the Flagellants. The Infernal Guard with the Fire Glaives are just shooting at anything they can get their eyes on. They have plenty of ammunition and not a lot of time to use it. Chaos Dwarf Warriors get spotted by Demigryph Knights with halberds, who look like they routed into the Chaos Dwarf Warriors. Yeah, and they rout yet again. And these Chaos Dwarf Warriors, if they get a charge on the Flagellants, could be okay, but it looks like they don't know the Flagellants are coming. They are just going to rout off. Rip in peace for them. Infernal Guard still finishing off a couple last Flagellants as these guys fire at will into Halberdiers, which will rout the Halberdiers on the approach, but it also allows the Demigryph Knights and the Outriders Grenade Launchers to get in here and get jiggy with it. Good volley, maybe routs the grenades, and it does just before the Demigryph Knights plow in here. dealing good damage, but then an overcasted Plague of Rust onto those halberds does hurt the caster himself, and they were already trying to peace out, so I don't know how much of an effect it's really going to have. The Chaos Dwarves are up on the balance of power, though, as more of them come streaking out from the trees. They probably just have to fight these Flagellants. The Demigryph Knights are getting out of range. Might as well just fight the Flagellants. You can actually fight as the Demigryph Knights continue to try and path away for the Empire. We are getting danger low. Remember, that cannon is essentially worthless. If the Infernal Guard can throw guard mode on and fire at the Outriders, and then have your Chaos Dwarf Warriors and Infernal Guard finish off the Flagellants, that could be pretty brutal. But it looks like instead they're going to fire at the Demigryph Knights with halberds, who are back in, charging through the Chaos Dwarf Warriors once again. And the Infernal Guard actually do rout, which is surprising. Usually Infernal Guard will fight to the last man. No, wait, that's Infernal Ironsworn I'm thinking of. Infernal Guard I never see. What are they, like a mid-tier infantry? Don't even know. The Infernal Guard with Fireglaves trying to push back the Demigryph Knights with halberds one last time, but there are still Flagellants all over them. Outriders are even firing in, and Outriders are even committing to the melee fight. And as of now, it is just the Dwarf Lord still in the fight. His leadership is tanking, but the bounce power is still slightly in his favor because he is a Lord and a Spellcaster. Don't know if he has any spells left, though. If he does, it needs to be a Final Transmutation. He really doesn't need Plague of Rust right now. He needs Final Trans. Flagellants are beating him down in the woods, along with Halberdiers. I'm not seeing any spells from him so far. He's at 9 leadership, 5... Looking around the map, I don't see anybody rallying to his aid. 0 leadership for him. There is a Final Transmutation. He might have been trying to save it for the Demigryph Knights, but then when it was pretty clear he was going to lose if he didn't do something, he does just chuck it out. Shatters off both Halberdiers and does good damage to the Flagellants. You still have a very healthy Swordsman. Yeah, actually, that's about it. Very healthy Swordsman's really all that matters. Infernal Guard try to come back, but then they immediately rout themselves and shatter. Last, the Flagellants dying to the Sorcerer Prophet of Metal. Grenade launchers maybe going to take a pot shot at him, but they would kill their own Flagellants for sure. Now there's only 3 of them to kill, though. Might as well. Fire away. Flagellants fight to the last man. Outriders fire. Do a little bit of poke damage. But the Empire don't want to throw a free win. Ooh, but this guy's his little fire pistol. Yeah, he's just going to shoot his fire pistol at him. Tink. And it routs him! That's hilarious. Take that. Fucking fire pistol, baby. Tries to get another shot off onto another one, but it's not going to work. Instead, he just ends up in melee with the Demigryph Knights, who are charging in. Now he is forcing them to fight in the woods, so they take some shadow-reduced stats. It's not going to be on our screens, but they are having their stats reduced a little bit. Swordsmen all swarm around the Sorcerer Prophet of Metal. I don't think he has another Final Transmutation in him or anything. If he had Searing Doom, maybe he could clutch this out, but I don't think he has another Final Trans. Demigryph Knight's taking a lot of damage, but so is the Sorcerer Prophet. He's down to 700 HP, 650, 600 flat, and he will rout 500. There he goes. It was a very good game. Butterlancer's Lord, only 918 value. I felt like he did a lot more than that, but alright. Deathstreak Rock Launchers did okay. The Infernal Ironsworn did terribly, but the Infernal Guard did terribly. The Infernal Guard with Fireglaves did a fantastic job. Dwarf Warriors honestly did well, even with their ridiculously high price point for what they bring. Did pretty well. Hogbound Spear Riders mostly got caught and killed. Goblin Neighbors did nothing. Gelt did great. Gotrek did not do very much. Demigryph Knights with Halberds did fantastically. Outriders Grenade Launchers also did very, very, very well. Flagellants did fine, and Halberdiers, overall good. GG. Roar. Subscribe, yes, yes.